Connecting going early, I expect Mowgli to pay attention to this lane.
All right, so let's keep our eyes on Mowgli. It's not something we've come to expect. And Froskuren on the money with the prediction. Jizuke, remember, his recall somewhat desynced with the invade from Mowgli. Didn't work out yet. And here comes Predator. And on Mowgli until us in so much trouble. Gets taken out by a chilling smite.
And the big ticket item, Azza hold it for Kire. I don't think he's getting out of this one.
No, I don't think so either. Chilling Smite will come down. Flash is interrupted. And here comes Hiva, though. There's a Voyager buy some time and instant run away. Jizuke will take the mid tower. So despite not finding the kill, they get the objective even further ahead. This has been a very, very good early game from Vitality.
And it's also a good read and transition over the fact that it's a cloud, like a mountain or infernal. And because they have the completed item of the Spear Shojin, Vitality feel very confident rotating up to Cabochard, knowing how powerful he is right now.
Yeah, absolutely the case. Play around the strong members. Play around who's doing well. We haven't really seen Lida or Jizuke roaming. It hasn't needed to, frankly, especially for the Vitality side. And they've just used Jack Troll to, you know, fantastic play.
And we set the expectations of Trevor in draft phase that this should be about Kire ganking leader repeatedly, getting those kills off, unlocking the set, allowing him to roam and dive bottom, and he never got there. Kire
will be converted to the victory.
And it's now about X Factor for Misfits. I'll hold it as Hiva.
Oh, a lot of damage. Hiva's going to have that grey health to buy some time. Locked in place on the Cataclysm. Now, body block needs to happen. There's no ace in the hole available. Dragon's cast comes down, and that will be the disengage at the cost of a couple ultimates. Defensive flash there.
These big solo laners, Jizuke and Cabo, especially when you have the scaling advantage on Corki, are getting out of control.
Yeah, they really are. Leader's going to throw down the Deathmark to try and buy some time, but he's blown up by Jizuke. Oh, the Deathmark picked up the kill! I did not think he was going to have that much damage. Ends up making it a 1-for-1. Hiva will try to threaten a dive here, chasing for Attila, who's got the 90 caliber net and flash available to him. That creative slash death.
Very slow game in terms of actual death count.
But do you like what you're seeing from Vitality? They're still holding on to their lead. It's marginal by now, and with another tower falling, and now Mowgli actually losing his flash, he may get run down. This is a red buff. Zaya continues to chase. The Gragas Barrel does nothing. Jackshot throws out the ultimate on the Shackles, and it will get interrupted. So actually nobody from Vitality goes down until just then. Flash forward. Jackshot.
So that if they get picked like this, something else is being traded on the map.
Well, talking about trading on the map, during the course of the last 20 minutes, Cabochard waiting just in the river, and Dan with teleport availables down in the bottom lane.
The flank.
Here comes Cabo. He's jumping onto Kire. Jizuke is moving forward. Defensive flash already, as well as the Gragas Barrel. Jizuke is not done yet. Exhaust will not be enough damage to kill him, but now it's a trade. 1-for-1 as the mid laners go down.
And Leader was so close to actually get...
Oh, but that also means that you cannot afford to be out of position, because Lida and Kira will try pop you. This time around, it's Lida and Kira. They get absolutely caught out. Deathmark goes down. Mowgli's the target. Exhaust will buy some time as a Deathmark will just about kill him. Not going to be able to find the Dark Binding. Jackshot flashed for that one. Here comes Cabo. That's a flash away from Lida. No correction, the Shadow Dash. While that's going on, in the mid lane, Hans Summer's pushing the tower. Dan's trying to shove bot, so they'll end up trading 2 deaths for a mid tower, but now Baron control for Vitality.
And that's the thing, it almost forces Vitality's hand to push this Baron. Now there is a TP from Dan, so he can...
Down to 50%. There's not a super amount of HP on the side of Vitality. That's a re-engage. Cabochard will find the stun to Dan, but the feathers fly.
Look at
Summer. 1, 2, 3. Vitality are maybe in control of the game.
Yeah, absolutely. They decided the death timers didn't sync up. Jizuke is bottom, does have the TP. Misfits great games. He was styling on Mickey and Perks just the other day in those 2v2 kills. Some fancy footwork with the flashes. I've dearly
missed
the
loss here. That voice in the back of your head. What if? What if? The minimap is multiple waves of pressure, multiple towers going down. This will be the 6th and final outer turret secured in favor of Misfits.
Yeah, and at this point, Vitality know that if they make a mistake, that the game would end with this amount of pressure and having Baron buff available. So they're just going to play it very calm, wait for the waves to push into them. They have ample amounts of wave clear. You can allow to let a single inhib go down. It's when 2 inhibs go down that things get very dicey.
Yeah, and of course, I'm so proud of Hans Summer learning how Abyssal Voyage works. He joins Lida down in the bottom lane to take out the inhibitor turret. And look at the Gragas Barrel. That's going to dissuade Vitality for now. Jack Troll below 50%. Deathmark still available for Lida, who's the danger man. And Dan looking to take the tower down in the top lane. Inhibitor will fall. Vitality cannot afford to get caught out of place. Cannot afford for a Gragas Barrel or Z ultimate to take down one of the carries. And look, the base is just being shredded. Still 6 seconds on Baron. This is a 5,000 gold Baron power play. And Misfits are definitely making a statement in their second to last game of the year.
Dance,
This
Eva,
season
dance!
will be over.
And you can see everyone's putting on the moves right now. Misfits, they have the momentum behind them. They're not playing for playoffs. This is just nameplates off, playing to make a statement, and they look well in control here. That's one, that's two inhibs.
Yeah, 2 inhibs down, and with Baron buff wearing off, you feel like the safe option here should be to back away, spend some of that gold.
You would think.
And then play for the final push, but maybe Misfits are feeling themselves. There's the engage, Heaver with the devouring Kirei. That's a great route from Hansama. Deathmonger to Attila. The hourglass will buy some time with a stopwatch rather. There's the
Wind here.
Once more, Misfits don't give a damn about playing safe and instead are pushing into the base. They secure themselves 4 kills. That's the second triple kill for Hansama. And now they set their sights on the Nexus. The third and final inhibitor going to be ignored for now. The 5-man stack of Misfits turn onto the Nexus turrets. Jizuke gets caught up by the chains, knocked back, taken down by Kirei. The Nexus turrets will fall, and Misfits will take down Vitality.
And Hansama, we trust. Most important one, so we will keep our eyes on Expect to see if he really lives up to this pocket pick of his Rumble. As the last pick comes in, and God, it's an underdog story.
It is indeed. That's a flash blown already, but is Mystique's in trouble? There's a devour potential
Yes.
in a moment. That's a flash forward. One more auto will do it. Dreams, gobble, gobble, gobble. Just as the next target is Crown Shot, should be gifted this one. It's a kill apiece for SK Gaming.
And Crown Shot and Dreams. The bigger thing is the Vamp Scepter, so the ability for Crown Shot to continue to lay down poke, and then to win that elongated poke war here as a gank mid.
That's a dead mid. Mickey just blown up. Self-made eject. Let's see if he threw the Predator or not. Here comes Dream. This time around he will be able to devour. Crown Shot stays alive for a few seconds longer, and the second kill of the game goes to Crown Shot.
This is the crash, and then this is the setup for the dive. So you have a ton of minions funneling in.
All right, diving forward. The minions will be helping out. Tunglash comes out. Selfmade throws out the barrel. Some time is bought. Mystique's get a knockup. Dreams is in trouble. One more tower shot might just kill him, but it will not be in range.
Round 2.
Genax has made the roam down bottom. He's got himself an ultimate. Will not be enough just yet, but the follow-up kit is. It's a double kill for Genax, and the 6th of the game for SK.
What?
Turn around. Yes, there was one additional kill donated, but it went to Mystique's, not to Jester. Equalizer comes down with the help of a little bit of a comment. Here comes Kadril. He's running in. Got the ultimate available if needed. Decides to throw it down in a moment or two. Reckless swing. Kill will be donated to Mickey. The cost of that was earned by XL. They are still behind, and even though they get the kill, Frost to use this composition to just steamroll the next few minutes of the game.
Sakurai, no flash.
Doesn't have flash just yet, is in trouble. Perfect execution available for Mickey if needed. Sakurai continues to run for his life, and that's an easy kill. And Sakurai was just over it. Wow, here comes Selfmade with the help of Genax. Equalizer comes down. Very nicely done. Both Selfmade and Expect. The barrel comes out. The stun on Kadril. Ragnarok's available to him. 350 HP. Ultimate comes out. The barrel for a double! Multiple times. They've dived bottom. They've dived top. This Kiana is 3, 1, and 2. And by the way,
It looks like we're going to be a trade, but again, this Herald is going to take so long to do. I think that they're just inching their pressure away.
yeah, absolutely the case. We're approaching 15 minutes on the clock here, Frost. SK are up over 5. He's currently up 46 CS before 15 minutes, and his highest CSD record before that was plus 32. So a very, very strong start. 2 more towers fall. The gold lead extends even further.
It was the fact that in the Rift Herald, you lost mid tower. You lost gold and CS on Crown Shot, who is already so far ahead. You do get the shutdown on Kiana. We'll see why he was there to begin with. But now you've also
at 15
teleport
minutes for the team. The highest number of kills at 15 for the team. And now Crown Shot is jumping in to help Sakurai out. Kadril instantly realizes he doesn't want a piece of that
damage he's going to output as a champion.
Ooh. Genex is in trouble. Mystique's as well as Mickey jumping on the M&M combo. Looking for a sweet treat from SK to eat, and Genex will get run down. Feels like just a matter of time before Mickey will find it. Commits the flash. Mickey and Mystique's now teleports coming down. Could this be a little too late? Jessica's going to jump onto the minion wave, but look at the minimap. Here comes the Olaf as well. It's a party in the top lane as the equalizer's thrown out. Self-made with the help of Crown Shot picks up the 11th kill for SK. And Selfmade's going to try to cut off the rest of XK. Flash is available. Flash body slam. Flash body slam on top 4. XL now get locked out of the chain of corruption, but the feathers fly. That will buy some time. Not enough to save Expect's life. And SK pockets right now, 1,100, 1,800. They have had a chance to spend relatively recently the third Dragon game from the start. 6-0-3. 9 of SK's 12 kills. 13 kills. But if you're an Origin fan, Origin are now watching this game with bated breath. Origin play SK Gaming tomorrow. Mickey versus Gen X, round 7.
Ooh, the ult didn't connect.
No, it didn't. The flash from Gen X. That's a dash over the wall from Mickey. The blast going from 2. The chilling smite comes down, and Mickey will go down to Gen X.
And immediately...
For free, uncontested. Also, it's important to note, Selfmade held onto his ultimate, so if another engage were to break out, that is a game-changing or fight-changing ability in this stage.
And XL just cannot get to all of the bleeding points on the map. You can see that KazaLoLL takes the Scuttle Crab. He's now possibly even pulling XL to try to start.
Crown Shot is about 75 CS up. Gunblade and Hourglass for Mickey versus Duskblade, Ghostblade on the side of Gen X. Now, the Abyssal Voyage will be enough threat to force a flash from KazaLoLL, but every time... Can XL bring this one back? Teleport is going to come down here, Frostgrone, as you mentioned, but Gen X will be able to blow up KazaLoLL. The Baron is already completed, and there's 4 members of XL there.
Finally decisive about the call. Stick to the Baron. We have Mountain, we have Bork, we have Double Infernal, we can burn it.
Yeah, with SK Gaming, their necks were on the lines. They made a tactical decision at 26 minutes to secure the Baron. Now Mickey's waiting in the wings. He stood right on top of a ward. Gen X is going to jump onto him and chase him down, and that may just be a kill. The Ignite will not get him yet, and Mickey's going to survive for now. The base is broken, and Crown Shot will not be bothered as he's taking out the inhibitor for now. There's the body slam barrel. Jessler stays alive, but not long enough. Crown Shot takes him out with the piercing arrow, and now the Nexus will be the focus. SK Gaming have 2.5 minutes on the Baron buff. SK Gaming have a chance at playoffs, and they will not give it up. The Nexus turret has fallen. KazaLoLL is stepping forward and running away. Crown Shot trying to back up for now, and Mickey's trying to zone him away.
Yeah, the next wave is coming in, so they're just buying the time they go in.
All right, Equalizer comes down. Crown Shot goes low. Chain of Corruption starts to spread, but it'll only catch down KazaLoLL. The Nexus is the target. XL go down, and SK keeps their hopes of playoffs alive.
Towards the mid lane, they will lock in the Cassiopeia, so they round out their composition with Nemesis on the Snake in the mid lane.
So we're looking at this draft from Fnatic right now to play around the Urgot, but with a ward spotted out, he's not going to go for it.
And it could also just be that he thinks that he can get the double buff.
Whippo can win this!
No flash.
Marine call coming in. Now Broxah is in the right place at the right time as Xerxes and Chachi look for the dive on towards Whippo. Broxah will match up against his enemy man and force Xerxes away, and the dive has been dissuaded for the moment. But meanwhile in the bottom lane, Noscaro's flashing in. Hittersan caught out, he's done! Kami jumps forward, the power of Alistair. Tristan maybe on death, doesn't hit there as Chachi flashes away. Continuing to try and trade with Whippo, but Whippo knows if he can get that all in, he can force Chachi away. Now Chachi's fading because Xerxes on his way. Whippo looking for the flash forward. Xerxes there. Glacial Prism hits and Whippo caught unawares. He's going to try and get away with a disdain, but Xerxes is on the chase. Cannon Barrage comes down and Whippo will die. Parlay to the base and Chachi gets his first
This
kill.
is going on, so the risk of a dive is very real as Fnatic stack up a wave. So they're going to be playing on the defense. I say that as Chachi oversteps so slightly.
Broxah doesn't land the body slam, but here comes Hillisang. The charm will connect into the purge. It's easy enough stuff for Fnatic. They get their second kill on the
Belong to Splice. He is grouping up because he knows that the risk of death is extremely high and he wants to offer value elsewhere on the map. So now they have 2 mid, 2 bot, they secured the tower, and they may be even able to get a couple plates in the mid lane as well.
But now as we shift out of this lane phase into an open map state, you have to wonder...
Fnatic start the Drake.
Splice maybe a little bit too late on this one as the Inferno Drake is going to fall straight away. Miasma forces Xerxes away and Splice
This now, a lot of their crowd control is gone. They just want to focus on securing the mid tower. If they overcommit, Fnatic will come back, and this is the smart choice. Just take the objective.
Pressure over the map like Gangplank and Corki, so that if Fnatic do start blitzing out to these side lanes, there is...
quite easily caught by the Splice 5-man squad.
Now we are seeing something which is quite a distinct difference between the two teams to perform in the upcoming team fights will be pivotal in determining the outcome of this game.
Oh, Chachi.
Flashes away, Broxah unable to land the flash chase. Barrel dodged away there. Chachi just trying to fight versus 3 players from Fnatic. Cannon Barrage coming down, the rest of Splyce unable to help him, and Fnatic find a pick.
And Vetty has talked about how Splyce will often pull Chachi to group with the team, but when they do that, he's often left exposed, and you will constantly see Chachi getting picked off, and that's the reason for it. He's picked off there. It's now a numbers advantage in this mid lane, with only Humanoid getting something up in the top side.
Fnatic finding a good element of indecision means that he cannot trade this tier 2. Fortunately, though, he does disengage in time to get out with his life.
We talked about coming into the mid game who we thought was the more powerful team, who was stronger, as Nemesis looks for the fight down towards the bottom lane. Humanoid caught out with a Fear Beyond Death, will use the package into the Valkyrie. Nemesis could flash chase here. Humanoid still slowed up. Flash in, Miasma dodged away by Humanoid. Hylissang on his way, though. There's the quickness. Humanoid should not be able to dodge away from this. Charmed up. Another kill goes to Fnatic.
It is 3 members down here that managed to pick up Humanoid, but meanwhile, Splyce have committed all of their numbers towards the top side. Chachi taking the tower for his mid laner's death.
And you can see how
all over this Baron. It's now been completely deleted, and Fnatic are on the objective.
We talked about the Shred. The Cassiopeia can do so much damage to that Baron. It was already below half. Here comes the engage. Norscarin going in. Brock's already done. And Humanoid coming in for the bit more of the fight. Nemesis stunned up for the second. Teleport coming in from Chachi. And now it's going to be an all-right brawl in the river. Hylissang down. A double for Humanoid. Whippo trying to help out his mid laner, but he is caught out. Jumps straight in onto Kobe. Here comes Reckless. It's a triple for Humanoid. But how now is Kobe fallen? Reckless doing so much work. It's Whippo and Reckless against Splyce, and Fnatic are coming out on top. Chachi running for the hills. Whippo standing in his way, chasing him down. There's no escape today. A triple for Whippo. And it ends up from Kobe. All 5 members of Fnatic here. Norscarin and Kobe have to try and defend. Reckless
teleports.
4,000 HP left on it. TP's coming in. Humanoid there, but Fnatic have already got the Baron, and now Splyce have to try and act as cleanup duty. Norscarin's going to lock up Whippo. They're going to try and take down the Urgot, but he's been so tanky. Eventually he'll fall. The rest of Fnatic run back to their base for Baron.
Awareness from the side of Fnatic to know that they could rush this Baron down and secure it before Splyce had an effective answer.
And Whippo in particular.
Free time down towards the bottom lane. It's something you talked about earlier, Vetty. Fnatic playing 3 lanes while Splyce is
yet on this Sejuani. As soon as he is, I actually think that Splyce get a bigger advantage in terms of range because it's Tristana and Corki. But until Xerxes has that key itemization, this can still go either way.
Whippo went a little bit brave there, disdaining in, trying to catch out Humanoid, and Xerxes was waiting around the corner with the Glacial Prism. Whippo had to burn his flash, and now Fnatic pushing in for the tower. Baron buff has fallen off, but they'll get the turret without too much question as Chachi is down towards bottom lane without a teleport. We'll go up towards the top side, maybe get control over the Baron, maybe even start it ourselves.
They're just getting bullied out, like he said. Getting funneled into that choke point means they lost the vision war over that. Splyce, where is your bravery now?
Splyce is split up. Nemesis coming in to join it. Look at the bottom side of the fight. Reckless almost takes down Humanoid well in the end. Cannon Barrage won't save you now. Hylissang in with the charm as Xerxes goes down towards the bottom of the fight, but Norscarin's caught out Reckless. He goes golden for the second. Hylissang almost falls as Kobe opens up the big guns. Boxer flashing in, knocks him back, but Reckless is down, and Kobe's still alive. Nemesis joining the fight as 2 go down. Fnatic, though, Whippo gets another 2 shutdowns to him, and it's only Xerxes.
Kobe alive.
Kobe looking for that one shot onto Hylissang, almost takes him out. Nemesis there, shredding through the Baron, and they decide against it. Fnatic get it. Second Baron of the game, 4,000 gold.
Early game versus mid game versus late game, right? And one of the big things was...
Oh, Reckless! Oh, almost takes down Humanoid there.
Oh.
Tanks up the tower, but the tower will now fall, and now Fnatic continue on the offensive, pushing forward. Chachi, Norscarin, and Xerxes on the flank position, but Humanoid had to go back to the base, and now with the cannon wave coming in, Fnatic looking to open up the base of Splyce. Trying to break through that inhibitor line, but they can't do it yet. Xerxes still on the flank position, going in. Humanoid's here. Oh, it's Hylissang who gets caught out. They'll stun lock him, and they'll take him out before the fight even starts. And now Humanoid is coming in from the side, and Splyce may have found their moment. Splyce may have found their man, but Whippo stands stalwart in the way. The GA popped, and they'll look to take him out. Kobe jumps in, takes out Broxer. Whippo's going to fall as well. TP coming in. It's Nemesis joining the fight, but Splyce might look for it. Nemesis maybe TP into his demise. Kobe's going to open up.
Oh, Nemesis!
Nemesis steps up once again, goes golden. Reckless here to help out his mid lane, and Norscarin with the stun lock. Kobe gets another, but Reckless will answer it. 4 for 4 as Reckless continues in his AD carry versus AD carry, and Kobe is feeling himself, but Reckless says not today.
And Fnatic walk away with another ace. 5 for 4. Once again, the Baron buff is still alive, but it is not on Reckless. It does not matter. He should secure an inhibitor. The game will likely not be over, but what a team fight between the 2 teams. Splyce had the optimal setup. Splyce had the perfect opportunity.
Reckless showing us once again he can play more than just Karma. Humanoid caught out here on the Miasma. Reckless jumping in. The Baron knocked him back, and now Fnatic are just on cleanup duty. It's too easy for them. Splyce cannot find an avenue to approach, but maybe the Cannon Barrage Origin up coming. Oh, he's jumped straight into all of the Fnatic team. He takes down one, he's looking for a little bit more, but Fnatic will back away.
Towards Fnatic, Kabe used his flash very importantly in that last skirmish, which means Splice are out of fights with the long-range engage potential of Hilly and the Gragas Barrel.
Whipper going in, catches out Xerxes. Here comes Hillisang straight onto the back line. The two-man charm. Kobe and Humanoid still alive. Boxer jumping in, gets the knockback. But the first of all, it's a Fnatic member, and one will answer from Splice. Whipper gets the double. Reckless jumping in, he gets another. Kobe into that charge, he's still alive, but 4 members strong Fnatic are going to look to push and win.
And Fnatic, utilizing the power of the Elder Drake, end up just making mincemeat of Splice. There are only 2 members left, but one of them is Kobe. Is he strong enough to hold the line for Splice?
Reckless is not with the rest of Fnatic right now. He's looking for that top lane in here, maybe just opening up the map a little bit more so they can go back towards the Baron. Chachi and Kobe have to have a hero's stand here to hold it for Splice. You can see how much that birth into Athens definitely does, but it's felt like that for the last 10 minutes or so, and still Splice winning.
Do anything to turn this one around. We keep our eyes on Kobe every single time. He is the man that could turn it around. Late game Tristana, they find the ult.
Xerxes going in, but it's only Whipper they've caught. He's still got a GA. He jumps forward, can't quite land on Kobe. Tunnel coming in here from Reckless as he tries to join the fight. Chachi's not there. It's a 4v5 now as Reckless is here for the fray. Kobe's still opening up, but Whipper's already got 1 kill. Chachi's now going to TP in, but he's on the back of the fight, and Fnatic have already won. The GA not even popped by Whipper.
Yeah, because Boopa's got his TP, he's going to come back in, and Kabe put everything into him, and now Reckless!
Putting everything in to taking out Kobe. He stands up, he's counted. Fnatic take 3. Splice can do nothing about it, and Fnatic are looking for that Nexus.
And it came down to the big moments, to the clutch plays, and it was Reckless, it was Whippo, it was Nemesis, time and time again. That is the difference maker between Splice and Fnatic.
Fight as you might, Splice. You cannot stand up against the 7-time champions. Fnatic sweep you aside. They do not care about your playoff hopes. They take you out, and Fnatic set their sights on G2.
The Corki and the Azir. Early game power, a lot of it comes from the Aatrox and the Kiana. This duo is what Rogue needs to be playing around. Nukeduck wasn't forced back to base, so he's able to keep the mid state in a neutral position. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, Patrick and Mithy had already had, does not have his available. Mithy is already roamed up towards topside alongside Vanda.
Oh, Afari going in, pulled back. Will use the Cold Meat to get some health back, and Mithy pops the ult, trying to catch out Finn. The Dredge line will connect in the end. Vanda coming in with a charm. First blood goes to Archer, but they're bounced in a bounce house, back and forth. Rogue take 2.
And Larson comes in from the flank, and he ends to slow down the pressure. They look for a dive bot.
Finn has his ult. Nuke just going to steal away the ult from the Kiana. Finn trying to do what he can. That's a double knockup. Teleport coming in. Supreme Displayer talent from Nukeduck will get 1. Inspired doesn't have his own ult, but Warlight is here for the party. Cold forced away. Nukeduck running away from the rest of his team. Larson's on his way down, straight onto Cold, locks him in place. He goes golden for a second. Inspired and Nukeduck fighting down towards the bottom side of Cold. Eventually will fall. Afari tried to trade, flashes.
It looked like Rogue had the advantage.
They may even get 3 here because there's only Vanda defending. Patrick just chips away at it. Inspired coming in. The death charge being used, but Inspired's going to get the knockup. Stun lock onto Patrick. There's a very squishy Kaiser. He jumps forward. Larson here for the fight. Finn off towards the top side as Patrick flashes away. Mithy going to lock him up in place for the moment as Patrick just trying to dodge to the back of this, but the package comes in. Warlight can't quite land the long-range cannons, but he will get 1. Larson takes the kill. Finn still on the chase. Nukeduck trying to trade in, but here comes Cold. And Origin re-engage the fight, but they are shuffled to pieces. Triple kill to Warlight. Make it 4. Rogue find a perfect fight.
And now all is the one that gets to approach the wave first, and Inspired and Vanda are already on their way down. This is going to go down relatively quick. They're forced to disengage.
Cold lands the smite just in time of the game. It should go down pretty easily. Warlight just needs a couple more auto attacks. There it goes. Rogue strike first. 2,000 gold ahead. Hungrily at this turret. Should be able to close it out. Origin trying to react. 4 members strong. Mithy's going to land the Dredge line. Charm comes out as well. Teleport in behind them. Mithy almost falls, but now Rogue needs to be careful because here comes Nukeduck. Supreme Display of Talent misses everyone. Larson shut down though, and now Finn trying to flash away for his life. There's a tower there for him if he can get back to it, but Origin might not be willing to let him get away. He escapes to live.
Tower, as we said, gives you so much access into the enemy jungle and allows you to set up for future.
20-minute mark. It's Patrick who is chipping away at it. Mid lane, bot lane tower falls in favor
from Rogue. They have some spidey senses. How far is he going to teleport in? Cold needs to get out.
And Vanda has the quickness. Just looking for the engage. Only catches out Mithy. Supreme Display of Talent will lock him up as well. Maybe Rogue turns straight towards the Baron. It's down half.
Started off, and they end up securing it. Now Rogue still have priority over mid, though. They TP in. will not be able to contest the Drake.
Another Dragon going across towards Nuke Duck Alfari, just a little bit behind across the board. Now Finn's going to pop the World Ender here. Nuke Duck pushing forward. Tower goes down in the mid lane as Larson takes it. Looks like Cold might be actually on the Baron, just actually clearing out vision, but Inspired jumps forward and Patrick goes down. Inspired by
ult to find the instant execute and the immediate follow-up from Vander as well. Ooh, Larson.
Oh, Nuke Duck's overstepped. Nothing you can do about that. Should have stepped back. And now Rogue open up the base. Origin cannot stand in their way. Rogue may even be looking for the win.
Whoa, no way. I mean, both mid laner and AD carry are gone from the side of Origin. The TP's coming through. They're going for it.
Rogue fighting for their playoff lives. A loss today would have knocked them out, and Alfari's going to jump in. The Baron's going to knock them back. The minion wave has been cleared out.
And they've spent so much time around mid and top net that they're now the ones. Ooh, as Mithy gets caught.
Mithy caught out, no flash on him. The three-man charm on the back line. And that's what Rogue were looking for. Finn takes down Patrick. And that is exactly the moment the Rogue look to secure their playoff hopes. Origin crumble. They fall to pieces. Not a man left standing as Rogue get the ace.
So Rogue eventually find the pick. They don't need the Baron. That is the team fight that should put the nail in the coffin against Origin in this game. All 5 members are dead. They have a minion wave right behind them. Rogue looking to find the 2-0 this split over Origin.
And they finally did what you wanted them to do, Vedius. They stopped Origin from being able to approach the Baron. They found the pick. And from last place in spring, Rogue continue to prove they belong in playoffs.
They were a little hesitant.
Jankos back on the thing he made his name on as the First Blood King. Now Mordekaiser was picked for Oda Wamne, we expect in the top lane. He has yet to play that this split.
Q combo. So now he finds Jankos here.
Jankos, Z, steps forward, lands the Cocoon straight onto Upset, sinking the bangs, and the damage comes down onto Upset, but here is Trick and the teleport coming out from Schalke. They're looking to re-engage as Jankos ticks away. The Ignite goes up, but he must go down. Abadage trying to catch out Perks. The chase is still on. Trick, no flash on him, and Perks will
Flash over the CC from the All-Star and land the stun. Unfortunately, the damage could not follow. Perks was unwilling to commit half the TP is top.
Odo Wamne caught out, trying to put the damage down onto Jankos, but Wonder's going to jump forward. Odo flashes away, but eventually Jankos will find his prey. First kill of the game. Jankos realized that there was a ward spotting him out all along. Abadage steals away the ultimate.
He has no mana.
Caps jumps in, he has no mana, you say. Abaдаge's going to try and jump around, but Caps is there for the party. One down.
With items.
Ignite going in with the Hex Flash. Trick looking for this Mountain Dragon, secures it. Jankos down low, Caps in this, but he doesn't have the perfect execution, doesn't have the ult. Jankos already down, and now Caps is running for the win. Scryer's Bloom at the perfect moment will mean that Perks is aware Ignar's coming in. He flashes forward, gets the lockup, and Perks still has his flash, but he is done for. Upset will be gifted the kill, and that's 3 on the board.
He's going to be isolated, but that could get rough. Now Trick on the side.
Ignar spent a lot of time around mid just trying to help out Abadage down towards the bottom side. Whoa! Okay, Upset's already dead, and now Perks just going to
Real bold play. Abadage is moving as well. There is a TP on Wonder to try and respond.
Perks has the flash. Trick's going to lock him up in the Cataclysm. Abadage down on his way. Perks trying to trade onto Trick. Gets a lot of damage down. The Light Slinger doing a huge amount. He's going to take down Trick. Perks takes it! Mickey will fall, and now Ignar and Abadage are there to revenge their jungler. In the end, Perks does
Kha'Zix in the top lane, and how we don't think that's going to be the best scaling pick necessarily, as once again, Ignar finds his way into the mid lane, but pretty hard to lock down this Akali. Just use that strat to escape. Notice Jankos and Mickey both.
Perks and Jankos here. That tower will fall with about a charge and a couple of autos. Here comes the charge. Tower goes down. Ignar there, jumping onto Jankos, who's going to use the repel. Hammer shot will knock him back. Those reactions were absolutely beautiful.
There was a ward there.
Yeah, there was a ward, but still. Abadage trying to trade onto Caps. Teleport's coming out as Abadage gets some damage down. Both perfect executions used. Abadage flashes away, thinking perhaps that Caps was still in the Twilight Shroud. Now here comes Trick. Upset jumping forward. Wonder caught out, knocked up. Trick once again misses the EQ flash, but Wonder will in the end. Nikki doesn't quite land the hammer shot from Caps. Has been ignited. He's ticking away. That's 2 for Schalke. They found the fight they want. Perks and Jankos pushing mid, but Schalke will look to open up this bot tier 1.
Schalke going to continue to try and find these types of fights, getting the wide flank there with both Trick and Ignar coming in on a pretty far out angle. Going to trade towers in the
for the moment, so giving Abadage some solo gold on that tower will definitely help him out. Cap's going to get behind Oda Wamne here.
Yeah, I actually think the biggest reason why they didn't fight there was Upset. He wanted to get his reset off to finish off this Ginsu's Rage Blade. They didn't want to fight on an item mismatch perhaps. That finishing that off as Odo
goes straight into the Death Realm with Wonder's going to keep him locked in place. The Dragon goes down to G2. Odo just takes him. You can't run. You can't hide. Odo escapes. Cap's jumping in, but Ignar's here in time. Odo's going to survive. see Ignar trying to jump in, but Mickey with the set pass doesn't will stop him in his tracks. The big win comes out from Ignar. Death's Grasp pulls him back, and now Schalke find the fight they want. Cataclysm used on Mickey. He immediately flashes away. Abadage still pushing in the side lane, and Upset is jumping forward. He wants a little piece of this action. Kiva's verdict will knock Schalke away, but meanwhile, Abadage is going to get a second tower from this push.
Yeah, it's a 4v5 that Schalke just smashed right there. Odoamne starting it off using the
For a moment, but he jumps straight past it. Perks using the culling on Upset off towards the top side.
That's a TP flank.
All the way behind them. Abadage needs to realize this quickly because now he's going to join the fight as well. Death Realm used. Odoamne is going to stay in it for the moment, but Upset is nowhere near this fight, and now it's a 5v4 in favor of G2. Mickey caught out. Trick goes forward, pops the Cataclysm, and already they'll take down Mickey. 4v4 erupts as Upset now joins the fight. And they can set up towards this Baron if they want, but Caps is still alive, still has the ultimate. Can look for something. We'll see perhaps if Wonder can have an impact in this. There we go! Jumps in, Upset onto the back line, and Perks is down! Caps ignited, ticking down is 2, it's 3, make it 4! Schalke find a perfect fight, and Wonder... 3 items complete on Upset. They found the fight they were looking for. You said it, Ender. Team fights for Schalke, picks for G2. G2 have not found enough picks this game, and now Mickey steps straight into the jaws of death. Death's Grasp will pull him straight back. And Schalke just willingly...
The Cathian Rain follows a defensive Perks there to finish off that kill, and then Mickey not having his best day here.
Yeah, that's just a little bit weird for Mickey. Like, with the Baron down, it seems a little bit odd to go forward into that.
G2 were looking to contest. Ignar has a beautiful flank.
He's gonna knock Mickey.
Oh, he wants it.
Here we go. Mickey clearing out the ward.
Knock him over the wall.
Back, not quite over the wall, but Ignar might look for the blast cone here. Could land the knock-up, just gets the stun. Abadage getting in with the chase. Mickey able to use the blast cone to get over G2, and Schalke still unable to really break through this tower line.
I wonder if Upset, no, he's just gonna try and lifesteal here. They're going in.
Straight onto Wonder, and they jump straight in. Wonder jumps away. Trick going in towards the back line. The Cataclysm will lock them up, but they're tanking up the tower. Ignar will take down Mickey. The tower, the next target here for Schalke. Jankos doing a lot of damage to Trick and will make him fall. He pays for it with his life, and Schalke will eventually open up the turret and maybe even get this inhibitor tower out of it.
When I said Schalke could just take the Baron and run down at the G2 base, this is what I was waiting for. They are so strong at this point in the game. G2 do not have a powerful front line. They cannot hold their feet in the ground right now. Schalke knocking down all these towers can easily secure the inhib.
Break down this inhibitor in the bottom lane, and now G2 are going to try Athens, probably, or possibly. Caps try to trade here onto Odoamne, jumps back in. Odo's going to put him in the Death Realm, misses the Death's Grasp though, and it makes it a little bit more difficult. Mickey there waiting for him to come out. Goes Golden, Abadage trying to trade in here with the culling, but here comes Ignar from behind, locks up Cap. Abadage trading onto Perks, he flashes away. Abadage is now falling, Upset's going to have to jump forward, and Caps is going to go down as well. Alongside that, Mickey will fall, and Schalke once again get a beneficial trade, 2 for 1.
Yep, it's G2 trying to maybe start things off. The TP in from the top lane Kha'Zix, but ultimately Schalke much stronger in these fights. Now with the double Mount Drake can peel immediately on towards this objective, and with Jankos being called to clear maintenance in the top lane, there's just nothing G2 can do.
Look at how little damage Caps was able to get off in that fight. Abadage did a great job of locking him up. Wonder's been knocked back. Could look for the jump across the wall, but Ignar says, okay. And then you go across towards that dragon.
Now with Abadage down and Odo's resetting, it's going to be 1 tower, I think, and then moving in towards...
Pop-up performances from AD carries. We saw Kobe and Reckless have an incredible duel earlier in the way you want to play. I mean, G2 showed us just how effective playing things like Pipe Top can be. Death's saved by Odoamne. It's going to put Wonder in the Death Realm. Ignar here to join the party as the teleports come in. Jankos caught up. Banshee's Veil won't save him from the knockup. Abadage trying to trade onto Wonder, but he dodges away for the moment. Caps there. Comes Upset as well. Keep his verdict. Only hits on Odoamne, and Upset already taken down 1. Caps down towards the bottom side is surviving for the moment. Abadage trying to trade onto Mickey. Ignar being the bouncer against Perks and Jankos, but he will fall. Trick going in. Lands the Cataclysm onto Perks, and now Schalke will just look for the inhibitor. Abadage going to try and keep Caps around for the moment. Upset continues to go in. Jankos goes up and immediately goes down, and now Caps is forced down towards the bottom side of the fight.
And Schalke have all the minions in the mid lane. They still have the Baron buff. They're going to be looking to run it straight down and end the game for G2.
It's all on Perks to try and defend, but in a 1v3, my friend, I'm not sure you can do it. Uses the QSS, Upset just takes him out, deletes him off the face of Summoner's Rift, and with that, Schalke will take their 10th win of the split.
Tomorrow, and you lose, then Fnatic is first. But of course, that doesn't change anything for places 1 and 2. You're definitely still in top 2, which is also why you've been experimenting. Splice is then in 3rd and Schalke locked in 4th, and I believe all those positions are locked. That means we're still none the wiser when it comes to the final 2 playoff spots. Jankos, what do you think of what's been happening in the race for playoffs today?
I mean, before I thought it's really safe to say Vitality and Origin would make it. But now today, Origin lost to Rogue, and Vitality, I mean, won this weird game against us, but like they are not playing super well. So, I mean, honestly, I don't know which team will make it to playoffs. I think Origin will still make it because even though today they played